taking away
Like what?
our rights.
What right?
And our education. Did you not hear him?
What right?
Did you not?
What right?
He don't even
Answer
want
the
y'all to be
question. What right?
He don't even want to be.
The Department of Education.
He don't
What
even want y'all to
right
know
did he
about
take?
it.
No, I'm on the first question. Because y'all keep reading
Those
up.
are our rights.
What right is he taking away from women? What right is he taking away from
You're
women?
being awful.
Nobody can answer me.
Hey guys, my name is Modi and you're welcome to Modi Speaks. Believe me, you really need to see today's video, especially if you're a parent or a young person. It shows us a young high school kid, I think his name is Myron, and he was having a political conversation with his classmates and teacher. But you won't believe what the discussion is all about. And what's even more shocking is the teacher's view and stance in this particular conversation. But before we get into all that, please do well to subscribe to my channel if you've not already. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and again, consider buying me a coffee if you like, as a way of supporting the channel. Alright, so I have covered some pretty disturbing topics on this channel a few months ago. I talked about this lady who was left in a Chinese orphanage by her mother, her Chinese mother, and was fortunate enough to be adopted by an American couple and brought down to the United States of America as a baby. Now she is an adult, have graduated from the university, but she decided to reward her parents by accusing them of being child traffickers, saying that they purchased her from an orphanage and that she doesn't want to be an American. Mind you, this whole epiphany happened after passing through college and university and getting her degree in ethnic studies. Another more recent example is the video I posted, I think 9 days ago, about this Asian woman who says that Black Lives Matter. But if she ever hears any Caucasian person saying again that all lives matter, she is going to stab that person. And again, she is a product of another university, this time Harvard University. We have seen many instances where teachers are telling their very young pupils, as young as 3 years old, that they can be anything they choose to be in terms of gender. They can choose to be a boy or a girl and things like that. When you look at all these scenarios, you realize that there is an indoctrination going on. It has a strong presence in the education system. So today, we're going to be listening to Myron and his classmates and his teacher have some kind of discussion about Donald Trump and abortion. And we're going to see what the teacher's view on this whole conversation is.
I don't even like you.
What right is he taking away from women?
You don't like your race. He will spit on you. You don't even
What right is he taking away from women?
I promise I'm not going to be posting this video every second, but I just want to give you a little bit of context here, okay? So right now, they are talking about Donald Trump and abortion. And I'm sure the girl told him that Trump is taking away her right as a woman. And Myron asked her, what right might that be? And then she responds by saying, he doesn't even like you. He doesn't even like your race. He will spit on you. I just wanted to make that clear. Okay, so back to the clip.
Taking away from
He
women.
don't like y'all. He don't like none of us. He don't even like his own race.
What right is he taking away from women? Y'all still not answering my question.
Answered that.
I've
You're
been
just
asking for
dumb.
like 5
We
minutes.
answered it.
But what was the answer?
We answered it.
Y'all brought up education once I asked that question.
We brought.
Because y'all don't even know what y'all talking about. Y'all just go on Twitter, look at what they say, and just run with it.
Myron, you go on Twitter. I watched the debate. I heard everything.
Y'all
you
thought
said.
he was taking away abortions. He can't even do that. Yes, please look at the Chromebook. So I want to see what right he's taking.
look
Let me
at no
search it
Chromebook.
up.
Go look at
What
the
right?
debate. Go look
Let's
at
see
the
what
debate.
right he's taking away from
Go look
women.
at what he's saying
Let's see
now.
what right he's taking away from women. Let's watch it.
Okay,
watch
let's
it.
see what he's giving you when he is.
No, what
president.
right is he taking away from women?
Let's see what he's doing for.
Because they said that last time.
The rights and abortion was over.
And y'all also said Project 25. He also said publicly he's not going to do no Project 25.
He's a liar. Do you believe him?
And they said, and he said,
Nigga,
Y'all only want Kamala Harris.
your body, my choice. That's what Nick.
Why do you need an abortion? Why do you care about abortion? You're in high school.
It doesn't matter. It's
You're in
not
high school.
Women get pregnant. Women our ages get pregnant.
Is you
They
getting
get
pregnant?
raped.
Is you getting pregnant?
Okay, sorry, I had to pause that for a second. Are you guys listening to this conversation? First of all, I want to commend that young man right there, okay? He is a good example of good parenting. Mind you, these guys are in high school. But these ladies are already freaking out about not having the right to kill their own babies. I mean, how indoctrinated can you be? To be breaking down and sobbing in your classroom simply because you might not get the chance to abort a baby that is growing inside of you. Years back, when I was in their position, the topic of abortion wouldn't even interest me in the least. It doesn't interest me now anyway, but back then, I wouldn't even waste a thought on it because how is that any of my business? I wasn't planning on living immorally, getting pregnant and killing my baby. I always saw myself moving on to do great things, getting married, getting pregnant, and then having my kids and my family. I mean, that is the cycle of life. And this is how every kid my age thought back then. But today, look at what we are witnessing right now. This young girl is emphasizing that women their age get pregnant. The way she said it, you would think that women would just wake up in the morning and find themselves struck with the disease of pregnancy. I woke up today and I discovered that I have been infected with pregnancy. No, it doesn't work that way. She's acting like women just get pregnant miraculously without going out of their way to engage in activities that would get them pregnant.
Women get pregnant. Women our ages get pregnant.
Is you getting pregnant? Is you getting pregnant? Did you get pregnant once?
I shouldn't have to fear that though.
No, you should. You should. You should fear getting pregnant and having to kill your baby. You should fear it. You should loathe it. You should despise it. What you shouldn't fear is getting pregnant and having your baby. That is something you shouldn't fear. Something you should do without fear. If you think you need to have the right to get pregnant whenever you want, then you should also have the decency and the responsibility of giving birth to that child. But if you decide you can't deal with the baggage of having a kid, then please do not conceive. Do not get pregnant with that child.
Are you even you're probably a virgin. You worried about the wrong things, yo. Abortion is never one of y'all lists. We got wars. People try to have war with us, and y'all worried about abortion. Because they slow, y'all worried about abortion. Y'all not even having sex. Like, look at y'all.
It don't matter if we was.
And of course, I agree that there are situations where abortion is extremely needed. For example, in cases of an ectopic pregnancy. But these kind of situations are extremely few and far between. It is very, very, very rare, okay? We're talking about less than 1 to 2% of all pregnancies. So it hardly happens. And she also said that Donald Trump said, "Your body, my choice." That couldn't be more ridiculous. That shows you that these kids have already been fed a lot of misinformation. There's an indoctrination going on. They probably heard that from someone. It may be their teacher or their auntie or even friends. Anyone who actually watches the news knows that it was Nick Fuentes who made that statement. It was not Donald Trump. Trump is not Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes' words doesn't represent Donald Trump, okay?
The feel when we control your bodies. Hey, we control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again, okay? Men win again. And yes, we control your bodies. It's your body, my choice.
But these kids would never know that because they have been brainwashed. And she also brought about Project 2025. Trump said he was going to implement Project 2025. When? Where did you hear that from? How is Project 2025 related to Donald Trump? For those of you who don't know what Project 2025 is, Project 2025 is a set of political policies published by far-right extremist organization called the Heritage Foundation. You can go look it up after this video. It has nothing to do with Donald Trump. The teacher in this classroom must know all this, and I was expecting that he would stand up and correct the classroom on some of these issues, but he did not, which led me to believe that he shares the same sentiments as those ignorant girls.
And you know, it's intentional, and you know what you're doing.
Intentional what? We having a debate. She said they taking away the laws. I just asked what women laws is she taking away?
When we discuss controversial issues, such as the election, then we do so in a respectful, where we're tolerant of each other's views, and we're not just going to instigate and provoke a person. One of our classmates.
Now, Myron looks like he's the youngest in the class, maybe 13 or 14, maybe 15 at most. But he seems to be the only one with a brain in his skull. So listen closely to what his teacher says. Mind you, this is a man who's supposed to educate and impart knowledge into these young people.
Or try to make light of an issue, because
What's wrong with voting for Trump?
we could, well, just listen, that we could still be friends after the election. I said, no, we can't.
You stop being friends with us because they voted for Trump? Teacher, I'm way more for you. Bro. I voted for them because they...
Are you not what he's saying? He's saying you can still be respectful and that you can still have mutual terms with that person despite despite others having different
What are you talking
sides to
about?
other things.
What are you talking about?
Everybody-
He just said his friends, those that he hang with, and correct me if I'm wrong. You said they asked you is you still gonna be cool after this? Right or wrong. So what are you talking about, ma'am?
No, Dad, again, let's not single anybody out, Myron.
No, because she said that's not what you
let's
said.
not.
And I'm like, what are you talking
She
about?
said anything.
Everybody entitled to their own opinion now.
Right. So
Right.
why would you cut somebody off because they voted for Trump?
He didn't say, well, he can do
But
what
you
he
can't
wants.
dominate the discussion.
I never said you could.
If you want
Wanna cut somebody
if
out?
you want to have some
Talking about
input to the dialogue, then you have to do so in a respectful manner and to be tolerant of each other's views.
I get what you're saying.
Now, just because I think I expected that our country citizens were more decent.
Because they voted for Trump, they're not.
Yes.
What?
They're
Jared.
He's a messed up person.
No, yeah, what?
No, wait.
Our citizens not decent because they voted
No,
for Trump.
wait. You have your views, and I have mine. I'm entitled to mine.
But that's why you cut them off,
So
because
if
you don't
I have
violate.
friends that tell me that, oh, MAGA, 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 I can't be friends with them.
Because he voted for Trump.
Because
Exactly.
What?
you don't get it. It's
Some
like you
people
don't
can't have
want to
their
surround
own
yourself by somebody
opinion.
who
Trump
don't.
is a good president. Some of y'all are blindsided by what y'all hear on the internet, so y'all get on here and hate.
Oh my goodness. Are you telling me that this is what children go through in the United States education system? Teachers forcing their views down students' throats. This teacher said we should be tolerant of each other's views, yet he went ahead to say that he cut off his family and friends who voted for Donald Trump because he supports Kamala Harris. Make it make sense. He's basically telling children that they should put their political affiliations above their family, above their friends, above their loved ones. This reminds me of that lady who was crying that her cherished father is now an enemy to her because he voted Donald Trump. So she's cutting him out. This is how she was indoctrinated too. I'm talking about this woman.
I hate you, you orange pumpkin. You just costed me one of the most important people in my life. My dad. Donald Trump, I hate you. You will never be president again. You bastard, you costed me my dad. My dad was the most important person in the world to me, but now his colors are finally out. I hate you, you orange pumpkin. I hate you, you stupid, failed businessman. Wow.
Yeah, she too was brainwashed by the people she listens to who told her that when your loved ones vote for a candidate that you do not support, you should cut them off and make them your enemy. That is exactly what this teacher is teaching these young people. Indoctrination at its finest. And believe me, despite the fact that young Myron is extremely correct and very intelligent as far as political discourse is involved, these girls crying about abortion and saying that Donald Trump is the inventor of Project 2025 would get distinctions in this subject, and Myron might fail the subject because the teacher in charge has contrasting opinions to his own. A very wrong and destructive but yet contrasting opinion.
We could still be friends after the election? I said, no, we can't.
You stop being friends with them because they voted for Trump? Teacher, I'm way more for you. Stop voting for them because they...
Are you not what he's saying? He's saying you can still be respectful and that you can still have mutual terms with that person despite others having different
What are you
sides
talking
to
about?
other things.
You know that girl tried to cover up for that teacher and bring up excuses that that's not what he meant. He didn't say you should not cut off your family and friends who voted for Donald Trump. He said you should draw away from them and all that gibberish. But I'm happy the teacher have to put her to shame by coming out on his own and clarifying that you should seriously cut off your loved ones who voted for a different candidate. Now, everyone seems to agree with these nonsensical and destructive beliefs, except Myron. Myron is correct, very, very correct. But he is outnumbered, extremely outnumbered. If they were given any schoolwork on this topic, that same teacher is going to be the one to mark or grade his work. And from what I have seen, he's going to do him dirty. Unless Myron is determined and strong, he's going to get into a lot of trouble. And I'm afraid he's going to succumb to their madness and join the horde of brainwashed and indoctrinated adults we see everywhere today. I hope he doesn't. I hope with all my heart that he would never change, but I won't be surprised if he does, because sadly, that is what the United States public school can do to you. I didn't want to comment much on this video. I just wanted to bring it to your attention so you can analyze it and then come to your own conclusions. So these are my thoughts. These are my opinions, but feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Again, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel, like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or buying me a coffee if you like, as a way of support on the channel. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.